How's it, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are going to be looking at the October market. In this video, guys, we're looking at the GBP USD. I think we had a hell of a month, actually, in my opinion. We did change some things again. I know I say this in every video. I know I say this in every single video, but this time we really needed to get back to our roots. As a trader, as I feel so for myself, I needed to get back to my roots, right? And when I first learned trading, I was taught what we call the weekly cycle, right? In that case, we had to put ourselves in a literally just had to go back to a little bit of learning again, so I can get in touch with those roots one more time. So what we're basically going to see is that we're going to be counting to 3 a lot, right? Our risk to reward ratio is still 1 to 3, and we're going to be looking at the GBP USD for the month of October. This is the only pair that I'm trading, literally. I got away from the gold. I tried to use the JPY, the USD CAD, the Euro. Yes, Euro USD, GBP USD, same thing, right? But for me, for the sake of volatility, I prefer the GBP USD. There's nothing better than the GBP USD in my opinion. Do you know why? Right? The GBP USD offers safety with volatility. I don't know if that makes sense, right? When you make money, you make money, but when you lose money, you don't really lose that much, right? Especially if you can manage your risk. Right, I'm the type of trader 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. We're looking for 10 or more % in a month, right? And we're risking 2% per trade, right? That works in the long run, right? Meaning for every 2% that I risk, I potentially and probably make 6%. So with 3 trades, I can be up 18%. Which is good enough for me. In the long run, in the future, we will be scaling. So the percentages really won't matter. I know a lot of people care about money, but the percent, and I'll actually be showing you that at the end of the video, right? Percentage matters, right? And capital matters, right? For me, it doesn't matter whether I'd have a $2 million account. I'd still be risking 2%. Right, it just doesn't matter. Right, 2% would be about $40,000. So 40, I'll be making $120,000 every take profit. Right, so imagine if I'll be making $120,000 every take profit. 120 to 40, $360,000. I can do that in 3 trades. Right, so it doesn't matter. Like, people like to think about, yes, it's okay to want to make millions, but for me, it's about longevity most of all. Right, it's about longevity. Can we keep doing this, and can we keep making money, and do my skills get better in the long run? Right, trading is about skill. Right, you don't believe it? You don't believe me? Go read your word, Ecclesiastes 10 verse 10. All right, so let's start. I have my pen out. This time I'm ready. Let's do this. All right, so we're looking at the month of October. I know this video is a bit late. What is the date today? The 8th of November. I know it's a bit late, but we are also having a good month already in November, so I'm quite happy. I'm sorry for the delay on this video, and sorry to actually record it today, and it's basically going to be recorded, edited, and posted today. So can't wait to hear you guys' feedback. What do you think about the new strategy? What do you think about how we're doing things now, right? It can get a bit confusing, hence why I'm on the hourly chart, because the levels are much more clearer on the hourly chart. All right, especially if you're someone who is day trading like myself. All right, let's start. So GBP USD, month of October, let's go. Right, so we were literally on this trade here, so we hit take profit on this Monday, so that's not a problem for us. Now let's see, we have break above Monday morning, So we wanted to go for sells the previous day. We see this big M here. Unfortunately, 2 hours in this trade with no substantial profit, we take the scratch, right? You can wait sometimes. Yes, market makers do wait and take time and see exactly how the contracts are going to be straddling out, but in most cases they would rather opt to extend price to the high, trap retail traders who are trying to go long, because the reason why they actually push price this high, right? Because why? And with such big candles, such big engulfing candles, because they wanted to trap retail traders in these moves going long, right? When they do this, and eventually even this M right here was a trap, right? They throw what they call price action at us. We enter, but if you don't know the rules, if you don't know the market maker guidelines, you wouldn't know that after 2 hours within your trade and you don't have substantial profit, take the small loss, take the small profit, move on with your day, right? Eventually, even the break high above the weekly Asian range for the week, that is the trap move, and you'll see why. Eventually, a break high will bring about a drop, a break low will bring about a rise, right? So in this case, let's say we didn't make anything out of that trade, right? It's our first trade of the week, the Tuesday afternoon New York session. First trade of the week, we didn't make anything, we didn't lose anything, right? That I think would be the best news for any trader to hear. You did not lose anything, right? So now market goes back up, market extends price, we enter around here. We already saw 1 consolidation, 2 consolidation, 3 with the star point, and this is level 1, right? Level 1 dropping, right? So we entered here, we hit our take profit around here, so already we're up 6%. So now what does that tell us? We know that we are looking for 3 levels out of each and every cycle. Now what market makers can do is that they can delay cycle. There's only one thing that is 100% true about the forex market. 1, price will go up. 2, price will go down. 3, price will go sideways. Right now, in the sideways movement, market makers are trying to see what the retail traders are going to do, especially when they're planning to go for level 2. Because usually level 1 is market maker driven. They will push price quickly and aggressively in their desired direction. In this case, let's pay attention. In this case, after they push for level 3, what happened? The human mind, literally, when they see this, retail traders, when they see this, they see a trend. So to them, they would think, oh, this is the type of psychological things that would happen. They would have fear of missing out. They would think that this is a trend, and this is an established trend, right? And what they do, the minute they put in their buy entries, market makers hit the high, hit the spike, and they push down. Now, with that's literally what they're waiting for. They literally want you guys to commit. They literally want you to commit, right? They gave us the M with the stop hunt. We move level 1 towards the downside, and it's important that you mark the low of that day, because it's going to be used a lot, not a lot, but frequently, right? What happens is that we know we have level 1, we are 6% up. The Friday comes, we had news around 4 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. We can use that in our pursuit to look for level 2. We know they're gonna go for level 2. If we have 3 levels of rise, which we did 1, 2, 3 with the stop hunt, giving us the M formation here with level 1, we're looking for 3 levels, stop hunt, rise, right? And each and every single week, usually, maybe, like for instance, this was a Friday, right? this is a Friday coming off from this cycle here, right? We even here we had M formation. We had M formation, level 1 drop, consolidation, level 2 consolidation, level 3 with the stop hunt. Duration, people normally ask me how long does the weekly cycle move? About 2.5 to 3 days. Can they extend it? Yes, it's very possible that market makers can extend the cycle going on for about 2.5 to 3 weeks. That's where our swing trades come in on the 4-hourly time frame, right? So you can be a swing trader intraday, intra-week, but you can also be a swing trader on the 4-hourly time frame. Basically a swing trader, right? So in this case, the Friday, they know that they've given us level 1 to the high. Monday, they wake up. What do? They break high above the weekly Asian range using level 2, right? So even they're even looking for a trader like me, a market maker trader like me, to actually commit to moves. But if I'm not familiar with the guidelines, like the 2-hour time restraints on trades, without any substantial profit, I would have lost that trade, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with taking a loss. However, losses can be prevented, right? Losses can be prevented. So now we have level 1, level 2 with the break high for the week. So already that's an indication that level 3 is coming soon with the stop hunt. So I need to now, yes, I can take these buys going long, which I would have hit my take profit again, and then go short immediately after that, or wait for the stop hunt the very next day and go short for level 1, right? It's very possible they can do that, and they did that, right? So now we have level 1 towards the downside. Friday comes, we enter around here, just the end of New York session, because of the 4 o'clock news, GMT +2 South African time, right? The market moves around, they move around. Remember, we have level 1 here, we have established level 1 here, which was, I think, the previous Thursday. Let me use a more practical line, right? We have we entered here looking for level 2, but even before we got level 2, they hit another take profit. So already in our pursuit for level 2, we're already 12% up, and market hasn't even moved, right? Market moved sideways for 2 days, Friday, Monday. They moved again, and even if you have a closer look, market broke high up for the week. So already we knew that was already an indication, a confirmation that market is still trending downwards alongside with the market makers. Level 2 is not market maker driven, it is market driven, trend driven. So in pursuit of level 2, market makers are or even during level 2, they're looking, which is actually where majority of retail traders are making their money. In level 2, it's not market maker driven. What market makers are doing in during level 2 or before level 2, they're literally looking at what the retail traders are thinking and doing. So the minute market shifted down for level 1, why did market move sideways? Because there was a lot of money shifting towards the downside, and that's why they had to move price sideways for 2 to 3 days. We know that the minute we had stop hunt and we had level 1 short, we knew that no matter in which direction price goes, after all fundamentals, we need to look for our position for level 2. All right, moving on. We're 12% up. Market just broke the level 1 support. I don't know what to call it. It's just a horizontal line. Right, market goes, we retest, we have a fake breakout. There's a reason why price played above that. Trap move. Market moves level 2, consolidates, and obviously we were in for that trade, going in for level 3, and we hit our take profit down here. So we need to be patient and how we play this. Even here, even for the week, we had level 1, consolidation, level 2. So this made sense already for us to have level 3 towards the downside. All right. So 18% up. We just finished the downtrend cycle, which took about a Thursday to a Thursday. It took about a whole trading week. Right, 5 trading days, took about 5 days to complete that cycle. But it's only because after they shifted downwards for level 1, price moved for 2 days, price moved sideways, and then that's because, and those are the 2 days apart from the 3-day cycle. So that's why, because of the 2 days in consolidation, we add 3 to that for the 3-day cycle, or the weekly cycle in this case. That's where we get our 5 days. Right, so now we have level 3, we're up 18%. We know we have 3 levels. We have the stop hunt, and we are looking for reversal. So immediately we knew that we were looking for the W formation, and we took these buys going up, and that's where we hit take profit from 6, 12, 18, 24% up. We're not even in half the month yet. So that's literally how I knew that we're gonna have a great month. Right, but it takes skill. You need to learn how to count the levels. That's why it's very, 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 very important for someone. If you are looking for mentorship, the link is in the description below this video. Contact me on Instagram, Telegram. Contact me or join my free channel, which is going to be very active after this video, because I'm going to be sending weekly setups. Because I want you guys to know, I want you guys to get your head into this game so much that you are not deceived by trap moves, so you can be able to read the trap moves by the market makers and understand his objectives. The fun part about the game is that even the market makers do not have unlimited liquidity. Right? If they had unlimited money, they could shift price for 24 levels if they wanted to. Right? And then the game, as unfair as it already is, it would become almost impossible to win. And then yes, the naysayers about trading will be right that trading is unfortunately gambling. But if you understand, but the fact that that's how you know that God is always going to be in charge. God places limitations on everything. Only He is limitless and an unlimited being, an unlimited deity, because we can't live in an unlimited world. There must be a start. There must be an ending. Right? So like I said, when the losses, the stop losses that people are taking, that's where market makers gain their liquidity from, in order for them to move market in their desired direction. They will always move 3 levels up, 3 levels down, stop hunt, reverse. Right, with 24% up, we have our level 1. we have our level 1. We can mark that. Right, again, let me be a bit more formal. When I teach, I usually just like to draw all over the chart. All right, so what happens now? We know by the end of the previous week we have level 1 going upwards. We have level 1 going upwards, going long. We have level 1 going long. What happens? Market maker throws the big W. This is what we call peak formation. Peak formation low, to be specific. We can your cycle can even start over. We're already 24% up. Market has broken low below the Asian range for the week, and that's what they did on Tuesday. So already they have shown their hand as to what's going to be going on. They repeat the weekly low, break it slightly, because why? They want retail traders to commit and go short. That's why they do that. They want retail traders to commit and go short. Right? They slightly close below it. Retail traders commit, they try to go short. Look what happens in level 1. They hang traders in, let them hang, shift. Level 1. Why am I resetting the cycle? Because they came and repeated the low. Shift, level 1. Anybody who is going short, look how they shift the market downwards. For anyone who's going short to be trapped, and that's where they're going to get their money from, to move in the opposite direction in this following cycle. Patience pays. We're in here. We hit take profit on Wednesday here. We know that we have level 1. We need level 2 and 3. We enter again going long. We hit our take profit again. So from 24, 30, 36% by the 16th, half the month in, we're 36% up. We've done level 1, consolidation level 2, consolidation level 3. Here's the stop hunt. Why did they move this? Why did they push the stop hunt above level 3? They want anybody who wants to go long and who has established this current cycle as a official trend to go long. And what do? They move market downwards. They establish level 1 one more time, going short. That's where we are. Right, we're 36% up. We've ran through 2 cycles, if I'm not mistaken. 3. Just quickly make sure. 2 cycles. Do you see how sometimes they can shift market? Sometimes again, they would want to shift the market in a way that could literally confuse even a person like me, who understands the market maker mentality and his methods and his guidelines. They can extend price and extend the cycle, and then I would sit there like, I thought cycle was supposed to be 2 to 3 days. I know some people would sit in the comments and be like, I thought the cycle was supposed to be 2 to 3 days. But after 3 days, market is still going downwards. After 3 days, market is still moving upwards. You need to pay attention. Pay attention. Don't lose your mind just because market is moving sideways and you're excited. There's a reason why each and every single cycle moves at a different pace. Right? We're 36% up for the month. Where's my pencil? All right. We move we entered around here, I think it was a Friday, market closes out for the week, that's fine. We have level 1 though, right? We're here, market, let me just quickly measure that out. I wasn't sure actually whether we hit take profit. That was only 50. We hit our take profit right there in level 2. All right, we're 36% up. Here we go for another take profit for 42% up. We have level 1, we have, here we go, we have level 2 towards the downside. We can mark level 2 officially down here, right? See how slowly they move level 2 compared to level 1. Because 1, what did I say earlier in the video? Level 1 is market maker driven. Level 2 is not market maker driven. Level 3 in the stop hunt going into level 1 in reversal is market maker driven, right? Whenever your cycle continues into the next week, most likely market makers would want to create an entirely new cycle going in the same direction as your previous cycle or as your current cycle. Meaning, this is what I mean, right? See how they move price for about 3 weeks towards the downside. Some people would say they struggle to count this cycle. Now, always trust yourself and always know that once you have level 1 and 2, sometimes level 3 can be very, very, very aggressive, and they can even create an entirely new cycle out of level 3. Because why? There's so much money trapped there, can move it for that long. Look what happens after level 2. Market makers are now moving around here, right? I don't blame them, because even here this Monday we have a break below the Asian range for the week, so we were looking for these buys eventually, right? I remember I even took this not really being aware that I have level 2, but now after some back testing I see that this was actually level 2, right? So they used the entire week to move market sideways, right? Knowing that most likely retail traders are going to be looking at what? The price action, looking to move long, right? And they use the news to stimulate some of these moves, or rather justify some of these moves. Right now, you simply need to hold on to the fact that you know you have level 2 towards the downside, and obviously the fact that they're moving that they are taking their time consolidating in level 2, that means that these two moves, level 1 and 2, they most likely gave away a lot of money in profit. So they move price sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, right? Almost 2 cycles worth, in order to get all whatever they gave away here to get it back here. Right, 42% up. We can try and go. Remember, we can't always know whether the market is going to move today, tomorrow, right? Sometimes market needs to move sideways. They need to see how retail traders are committing, but most likely the way they move price, they know where the numbers are going to be shifted in their favor. In this case, they knew a lot of people are looking at the lows, looking at the price action, looking at the support level, looking at fair value gaps. Whatever retail strategy is saying, they're looking at the lows and they're committing long positions, going long. They got all that money. Some people got paid. Those with very small take profits, they got paid. Following week, we have break above the Asian range for the week. We enter here going for level 3. We could have taken it here, we could have taken it here. it doesn't matter. But for me also, if I had reset my week, I would have been looking for the buys here, but we still wouldn't have taken this loss. Because why? On Monday I would have closed these buys. Because why? It's taking too long. It's taking too long. I don't take too long to hit take profit, especially when I can see, most likely, if I can see from my previous cycle, I have 1, 2, 3 to the upside, I have stop hunt, and I have 1. And ever since market has been consolidating sideways, market breaks, retest, gives me 2. So immediately that's when I saw I'm in need of level 3. And the fact that they move into level 3 into the new week, I knew that most likely because of such a long pause, such a long sideways movement of price, I knew most likely price would move very aggressively towards the downside. So now we knew that after the break above the Asian range, here's the M, our peak formation high going into level 3. We enter here. This is 1 consolidation, 2, and look at that, price continues to close above. Even though they spike it, they move below it, they come back. The next day they go level 3 towards the downside. This is what we call a 33 trade. They move 3 levels in level 3 and they give us the peak formation, and that's where we entered into this month. So already we were 42% up. So again, let's do the numbers. We took this one, we got in, we took that one, 42%, 48% up. We wait for here for we had to wait for the FOMC. Unfortunately, we took that loss there, so from 48 to 46%. And then obviously we knew that we were looking for level 3, and that's where we hit our take profit down here when we eventually got level 3. So from 46 to 52% for the month. For the month, 52% gain for the month. So obviously we're going to do the numbers, right? I am a prop firm trader, so what I do love most and foremost is doing the numbers after each and every video. So let's start with a $50,000 account. $50,000 account, you would be looking at $25,000 plus for the month. $100,000 account, you'd be looking at $50,000 plus for the month. That's about 800 and something thousand, maybe 900 something thousand in rands in South Africa. And if you're trading $200,000, you would be looking at more than $100,000 last month, right? Also, let's say you had max allocated to $400,000, right? You would have been looking at $200 and something thousand plus for that month, right? Patience plays. Patient plays as well. You have to wait for trades to come to you and be very highly selective. I think we went through 4 cycles in the entire month of October, making about 52%. That was brilliant. Already we have level 3 towards the downside. We have traded level 1, level 2, and possibly level 3 towards the downside. We're looking for the stop hunt, which could most likely go all the way up here. Because why? This looks like an area of interest, right? So possibly, that's how actually you can realize where your major trend is going. The longer the cycle is in a specific direction, that's basically how you know this is the direction that I'm supposed to be holding in the long term. But when you get short cycles, look, we have 1, 2, 3 in 3 days going long, but we traded 3 weeks going downwards. We had 1, 2, 3 days going long, and we had 3 weeks going downwards. So that's basically how you can also find out where your market is going, which direction your market is going in the long term, possibly for the next 6 months, possibly for the year if you're looking on the daily time frame, right? So we have 3 levels already. We did hit 2 take profits already, so we're already up 12% for the month of October, which is great. Okay, back to business. All right, so link in the description for any one of you guys who is viewing this. Please, okay, first let's not forget to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. I am doing this for you guys. Secondly, if you would like to learn how to count your levels, how to be part of the market maker cycle at all times, give me a ring on Telegram. Join my free channel on Telegram. DM me on Instagram. It's only gonna cost you $100 to join my classes, guys. Everything is done online via Zoom, and everything is very, very, very how can I say, the information is very authentic. It is a lot of information to grab, but once you have it and you've practiced how to count your level, and especially when you get lost, just reset for the week. Look at where did your break go for the week? Where was your break for the week? Was it above? Was it below? Eventually that'll give you an idea, or at least a starting point. And then from there, soon you will be joining the major cycle and the major trend, the major true trend in this case. All right, link in the description for anybody who wants to learn. You will be learning from myself personally. I handle all students personally. All right, $100 to join, 2 months of training, and I promise you, you're gonna be counting to 3 like nobody's business. But it's worth it. It's worth the money. Right, so basically with all that information, your biggest problem now, or your biggest challenge, would be to scale your business into the millions. Right, but thank you guys for watching the video. I am your trader, Tabiso Pakwe, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment as well if you like the information, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. I probably will be I am looking into the fact that I might be recording maybe the weekly cycles each and every single week, but we'll check on that as well. I'll let you guys know. Basically, you'll know by seeing, obviously, just join the free channel on Telegram. That's where basically you can get the free setups, and basically vet me if you want to vet me. I know people like to vet traders. Vet me if I'm worth your time, worth your money, and I promise you that I can make you the best trader you can possibly be, if you have the patience and if you're willing to learn and you're willing to work hard. Alright guys, thank you for watching. See you guys on the next video. Trade safe.